Hello friends, so a few weeks ago I actually made a video on inflation in Kenya and it seemed most of you resonated well with the video. So in going through these hard economic times, there are actually things that we can do in order to survive it, and that brings us to today's video, which is actually investing as beginner investors. There's a few things that we need to put into consideration, and the one thing that I recently learned about ourselves as human beings is the money that you have in your pocket or your bank account is in direct relation to the value that you bring towards the society. If you earn 10,000, that's your value to society, and if you earn 100,000, that's equivalent value to society. So if you want to move up the ladder, you need to work on what value are you bringing to your clients or to the society. So with that said, it really helps in investing in time to understand whatever that you want to put your money into. Once you have an understanding of whatever that you want to invest in, it makes it even more easier to find out why some investors are failing in their investments, or at least why are they getting low returns on their investments. That simply states, if you get your knowledge right, then the money follows. So the tips that actually you can put into place in doing this are as follows. Tip number 1, invest today. The major thing that really interferes with most of us is we analyze, we overanalyze, we analyze again, and we fail to execute in whatever that you want to do. Investing today simply means once you have an idea and it has come into your head, and you spend the most little time finding the facts about that project through valid sources, you need to invest in it, because constantly being bombarded with a lot of information will make you overthink and burn out. Tip number 2 is actually learn how to control your emotion while investing. There have been a few scenarios like the 2008 post-election violence and the 2020 COVID-19 pandemic. In the business world or in the investing world, such scenarios come about quite frequently, and you need to be ready when that happens. So it really helps to, maybe if you have the financial obligation, you can invest in a therapist or somebody to help you learn how to control your emotions, or you can learn how to control it by your own self. The third thing, don't get into the next big fad. Mtumba business is doing well, I want to get into Mtumba business. The smocha business is doing well, you want to get into that business. No. After finding the right knowledge about that thing that you want to invest in, stick to it. It might not be the most popular thing, but once you get to nail it right, you actually put your cards in such a way that you aim for the goal and you actually hit it, in as much as it might not be the most biggest achievement, but it's actually big to you yourself as a person. And the last thing that you need to put into consideration is have a well diversified portfolio. You know, investment is usually good if you align it to your lifetime goals. Let's say, for instance, if your lifetime goal is retirement at 60 years, you can invest in things such as the money market funds, treasury bills, and the money markets, which are forms of long-term investments that can actually help you come up with a retirement plan towards the long-term future that you want to create for yourself and probably for your family if you have one. So these 4 tips can really help you come up with a good plan as a beginner investor and nail down whatever that you want to do and actually succeed in it. That's basically for this week's video. And in the next video, you're going to be talking about the industries that Kenyans are actually investing millions in and are reaping a lot of money. So if at all you like the sound of that, be sure to subscribe and see you in the next one.